Why is this the world's deepest, weirdest, and most mysterious lake? By Urban Atlas 6 days ago. What lake is it?
Hidden deep in Siberia lies a lake so ancient, so deep, and so ecologically unique, it's known as the Galapagos of Russia. Welcome to Lake Baikal, the oldest, deepest, and one of the most spectacular freshwater lakes on Earth. In this journey, we'll uncover how geography shaped this incredible natural wonder and explore the mysterious ecology thriving beneath its crystal clear waters. And as always, this is Ali, and welcome back to Urban Atlas.
I mean, I'm actually pretty interested since, yeah, I've always known the name of Lake Baikal, but I don't actually know much about it. Last time we watched a video about like a train journey next to it, but I don't really know the history of the lake.
Lake Baikal is located in southern Siberia, Russia, near the Mongolian border. At approximately 25 million years old, Baikal is the oldest lake in the world, formed through tectonic forces when Earth's crust began slowly pulling apart, creating a rift valley. And thus the lake sits atop the Baikal Rift Zone, an active continental rift that's continuously widening. As these tectonic plates move apart, the valley sinks, continuously increasing the lake's depth and dimensions. This geological activity is ongoing, meaning Lake Baikal is still evolving today.
Yeah.
And because the Baikal Rift Zone remains geologically active, this region is prone to earthquakes. And these earthquakes can sometimes reach magnitudes of over 7.0. And thus they play a critical role in shaping Baikal's geography. You see, each seismic event can deepen the basin. It can reshape the shoreline and alter underwater landscapes. This constant geological movement ensures Baikal's landscape is never static, making it a dynamic natural laboratory for geologists worldwide. And this lake is colossal, stretching over 636 kilometers in length, roughly the distance from New York City to Pittsburgh, and averaging about 50 kilometers wide. Its deepest point is a staggering 1,642 meters deep, making Baikal the world's deepest freshwater lake. Astonishingly, Baikal holds up to 20% of the world's unfrozen surface freshwater, more than all.
Then that makes me wonder what's down at the bottom, right? Like in the sea, the deeper you go, the more freaky there is. Creatures, right? Like the anglerfish, viperfish, colossal squid, stuff like that. So, you know, obviously that's salt water. What's in freshwater, like a lake like that? I assume there isn't many lakes with that kind of depth. Is there actually any like unusual life form at the bottom or toward the bottom?
All of the North American Great Lakes combined. And in my opinion, the most fascinating fact about Lake Baikal is that the lake bed itself is positioned approximately 1,186 meters below sea level, making Baikal's basin the deepest continental depression on our planet. It's nestled between the rugged mountain ranges of the Baikal and the Barguzin Mountains, creating a striking natural amphitheater. Geographically, it's located close to the Mongolian border and covers an area of 31,000 square kilometers, which is significantly smaller than Lake Superior, which has a surface area of 82,000 square kilometers. But because Lake Baikal is so deep, it carries much more water than Lake Superior. Approximately 23,600 cubic kilometers of fresh water. Below its clear waters, Baikal's geography is equally fascinating. Its lakebed isn't simply a deep basin. It's a world of underwater mountains, valleys, canyons, and sediment-rich plains. The deepest trench of the lake floor is the Central Basin, which is flanked by two massive underwater ridges, dividing the lake into three distinct basins: the southern, the central, and the northern. This complex underwater landscape has been sculpted by geological processes such as sedimentation, tectonic movement, and the ancient glaciers of past ice ages. Likewise, the shoreline of Baikal is equally intriguing. Rugged cliffs, pebble-covered beaches, and sandy bays characterize the coastline. Along the eastern shore, mountains plunge dramatically into the lake, creating steep underwater drop-offs, while the western shores gently slope downward, forming extensive shallow areas ideal for wildlife habitats. Rivers like the Salenga and the Barguzin, which feed Baikal, carve their own unique geographical features into the surrounding landscape, constantly reshaping the region through erosion and sediment deposits. Baikal's extraordinary geography not only makes it a wonder to behold, but it also sets the stage for its unparalleled ecology. Its age,
That's what I'm wondering.
depth, and isolation have created conditions perfect for evolution to unfold uniquely, resulting in ecosystems found nowhere else on Earth, making Lake Baikal one of the most fascinating biological hotspots in the world.
What is there down there?
Baikal is home to over 1,700 recorded species, 80% of which are found nowhere else on Earth.
Really?
And thus, Baikal's ecology rivals ocean ecosystems in its complexity and uniqueness.
That's crazy.
Perhaps the most intriguing resident is the Baikal seal, the world's only exclusively freshwater seal. These seals, numbering around 80,000, have adapted remarkably to life in fresh water, developing unique behaviors and physiology suited for Baikal's isolated environment.
I just expected
and in Baikal's pristine waters thrives the microscopic Episcura shrimp, which acts as a natural filter, maintaining the lake's astonishing clarity. Additionally, hundreds of fish species such as the endemic Baikal omul, a species of whitefish, populate the lake, crucial both ecologically and culturally. And like I mentioned previously, scientists often call Baikal Russia's Galapagos due to its evolutionary significance.
I don't know what Galapagos is.
Species here exhibit unusual evolutionary traits, from unique fish adaptations in deepwater species to a rare freshwater sponge, and crustaceans thriving hundreds of meters below the surface, each telling a story of evolutionary adaptations. Now, Lake Baikal's geography profoundly influences its climate. You see, Siberian winters here are severe, with temperatures plunging regularly below -20°C, freezing the lake surface from January through April. And the ice of Baikal is legendary for its clarity, forming thick layers up to 2 meters deep. And because of its purity, the frozen lake appears glass-like, allowing visitors to see meters beneath their feet. Unique ice formations, including spectacular pressure ridges and ice hummocks, form as the ice expands and contracts, creating surreal winter landscapes. In contrast, summers are short but surprisingly warm, with temperatures often climbing above 30°C. This dramatic seasonal shift fuels dynamic ecological changes, bringing rich biodiversity to life and influencing fish spawning, bird migrations, and plant growth. Despite its remote beauty, Lake Baikal faces serious ecological threats, posing challenges for conservationists, local...
I was thinking, like, obviously this seems like a marvel of the world, right? But, you know, it's such a massive amount of fresh water, maybe in a, like, part of the region where it's complicated to get some, so I was thinking, like, is it actually left alone as, like, maybe some kind of heritage site or whatever, you know, a protected site? Or is it actually something that, you know, the water is actually being used by some water facility for, you know, supplying water to the area? Is it actually polluted in any way? And I guess it's getting to that, yeah. I mean, it's clearly a great place, but maybe it's, you know, not that easy to, like, it's clearly a very useful place, so to just, like, leave it alone, you know? That's always the thing, right?
Communities and the global scientific community. Industrial development along the Selenga River, the lake's largest tributary, has introduced pollutants threatening water quality. Additionally, tourism, while beneficial economically, increases pressures on sensitive ecosystems through pollution, waste, and habitat disturbances. Moreover, climate change poses perhaps the greatest long-term threat. Scientists have observed Baikal's ice cover duration decreasing, disrupting the ecological balance, particularly affecting species that depend heavily on stable ice cycles, like the Baikal seal, which relies on ice to birth and breed.
I mean, he said there's, like, some, like, quite a bit of industry, but it still seems, I mean, from the Google map or whatever, a very, like, you know, rural, I can't say that word, rural area. So I'm guessing there isn't too many big cities too close to it. So while it's getting probably a little bit polluted, it's probably not as bad as if it was, like, much more toward, like, big cities. And on the other hand, I guess it's kind of hard to, Siberia, obviously, it's kind of hard to just make sure it's, like, perfectly untouched by human, right? Outside of, like, Antarctica, you know, I feel like on Earth, like, it's kind of hard to find a place where, you know, it would just make sense for no one to really go or be close to it or something. So avoiding a, like, absolute no pollution is kind of hard.
Here, their pulps. And non-native species accidentally introduced through increased human activity also threaten native biodiversity. potentially destabilizing
as long
delicate
as France.
ecosystems built over millions
Really?
of years.
That's
Thankfully,
crazy.
conservation initiatives are expanding. UNESCO declared
That's
the
insane.
lake a World Heritage Site in 1996, heightening international attention and prompting stricter environmental protection. Beyond its ecological wonders, Lake Baikal is central to Siberian culture and human geography. The indigenous Buryat people, who have been inhabiting the lake region for centuries, regard Baikal as a sacred place, intertwined deeply with their spirituality, culture, and traditions. And local towns such as Irkutsk rely heavily on the lake economically, with fishing, tourism, and scientific research shaping their community life. Throughout Russian history, Baikal's challenging geography influenced transportation routes, settlement patterns, and economic development. The legendary Trans-Siberian Railway famously skirts its shores, connecting remote Siberia to the rest of Russia and the world. And thus, Lake Baikal is more than just Siberia's oldest and deepest lake. It's a living testament to Earth's geological power, ecological richness, and cultural diversity. Awesome. A true natural wonder deserving of our respect, protection, and awe. And as always, if you like content like this, remember to subscribe to my channel. The majority of my viewers are still unsubscribed. So guys, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit that like button as well. And let me know in the comments below if any of you have been lucky enough to visit Lake Baikal.
I was thinking, like, I talked about it before, but you know, the way I learned about this lake is from Girls and Panzer, right? From the movie from 10 years ago, Girls and Panzer, their film, which, you know, there's like Russia as a team, well, the Soviet as a team. And at some point, one of the characters like is telling the other to like, you know, retreat. And she's telling like, you need to survive because your wisdom is as deep as Lake Baikal. And I guess now I get the context. I mean, it took 10 years, but now I learned the context. It's very deep. It's very ancient. It's very wide. I mean, you said it's like bigger than France or something. So yeah, now I get the context. It took 10 years, but I finally got the context of what that meant. Yeah, I got the context. And as always, that's my time to shield some Girls and Panzer, so watch Girls and Panzer is great. It's great. Very interesting. I learned stuff that I didn't know, which was basically everything. I mean, I knew the name, I knew it was big, and that's about it. Very interesting. I wonder like what specific crazy like animals or like fish or whatever it is, like what crazy specific unique evolution and stuff like that they've had. There must be some very unique stuff. I mean, you said like there was 1,700 unique species or something. Insane. Very cool place. I would not swim in it though. I would like the thalassophobia that I have. This is about as scary as the sea itself. It's way too deep, way too wide, and yeah, but it's beautiful. I would look at it, but I would not get in it. 670 kilometers in length. That is indeed a lot, yeah. Yeah. I mean, how long is France? How long is France? 1,000? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. That is crazy massive. It's crazy that you call it a lake. I mean, in my head, I always thought a lake is more like it's smaller than that, right? I mean, a lake max would be 50 kilometers, I don't know. But yeah, I guess there's no other term. It's a lake, yeah.